I think the biggest thing that I would say to someone who was in my situation growing up, who's a kid who might find themselves there now and it's really difficult, you're not defined by your circumstances today. When I think about my story, I recognize that I probably shouldn't be here today. I should probably be one of those statistics that you hear about that finds themselves in a generational poverty that is feeding into the criminal justice system. Because those are the scenarios that I grew up in. You know, my parents got divorced at an early age when I was 3 years old. My mom was trying to get her MBA, and it was very difficult. It's a single mom with 3 kids, and this friend at that time introduced her to crack cocaine. And that turned into a 30-plus year struggle with substance abuse. The things of the drug world just became, unfortunately, a norm. Mom began to pawn things in the house in order to be able to buy more drugs. We would go and live with grandma for a little bit, but 4 kids living with grandma just didn't work out, and so we ended up in the projects in a little town in Piedmont, Alabama. The funny thing about it is that no one taught me more about love, and no one taught me more about sacrifice to my mom. It could be that she would take your last dollar, but she was always the first one to give her last. In my household, it was expected for you to do your best. It was expected for you to take school seriously, and so Mom set those expectations at home. I had the opportunity to go to the Alabama School of Math and Science and live on campus, take college level classes my junior and senior year, and that happened because my mom really cared about education. After college, I had the opportunity to move out to Texas and be the internet systems architect for a consulting company. And it was, while I was there, my 2 younger brothers were at home, and they were really struggling. My mom's substance abuse problems had gotten worse, and they were caught up in that scene. And so they were taken away from my mom. I got custody of my brothers and brought them to Dallas, to McKinney, Texas, and those struggles came with them. So we had to work our way through that, and we had to grow through that. My youngest brother was reading on a 2nd grade level. He was in the 4th grade, and it took us 2 years of working with the teachers and with the school hand in hand to get him reading on a 6th grade level by the time he was in the 6th grade. I was able to start a company in 2003 that focused on career education and training and development, which is near and dear to my heart. It's one of the reasons why I was able to make it out of the situations that I grew up in. And so I get to return that. And at that time, my mom also came from Alabama to live with us and spent 9 months in really total rehab inside the home. It was so awesome because from that moment, she was off of hard drugs, and she never went back to hard drugs again. I think the biggest thing that I would say to someone who was in my situation growing up, who's a kid who might find themselves there now and it's really difficult, you're not defined by your circumstances today. Don't worry about the things you can't do or the things you can't afford or the things that you don't have. Don't take shortcuts. The obstacles that we face today really are the things that are catalysts for our future. And to not look at it in a negative light, but to realize that there's growth there and there's opportunity even in the midst of struggle.